very good evening. This is Abigail bringing to you the Salesian news across the globe. Recently, the Association of the Past Pupils of Don Bosco, Shillong Province, had organized an online singing competition as part of the commemoration of the 150th year of the Past Pupils of Don Bosco worldwide. The singing competition was on the theme Don Bosco. There were two categories, solo and group. There were a number of participants, including from outside the province. The result of the competition was declared online by the provincial delegate on 16 October 2020. The prizes were given at 3 different regions as it was not possible to have one common program due to the pandemic. On 25 October 2020, prizes were given to Larry Marwen, winner in the solo category, and to Jopsilin Kardesau, first runner-up in the solo category. Father Bernard Grace Pala, regional delegate, gave away the prizes. Present were the President, the Secretary and the Vice President GEX of the Provincial Federation and a few more others. On 1st November 2020, prizes for the group category were given by Father A.L. Jose, Provincial Delegate. The winner, Kasur Shipara, and the runner-up, Yaikin Ot Ministry, Maulinray, came to collect the prizes. Present were the President and the Secretary of the Provincial Federation. On 14th November 2020, the prize was given to the second runner-up in the solo category, Nomi Debarma in Dagartala, by Father Christopher Wallarpi, Regional Delegate. Present were the Vice President of the Provincial Federation and the President of Tripura Unit. Last Sunday, November 15, the Salesian parish of Rukago also celebrated the World Day of the Poor. After the Sunday Eucharist, 86 poor people gathered in the parish hall to follow a conference on the Pope's message for the day. After the testimony of some poor people, each participant received a package of rice as a gift. The online meeting of the Commission of the Salesian Youth Movement SYM of the North Argentina Province ARN took place on 14 and 15 November with the coordinators and animators of all areas. During the meeting, the importance for the SYM of actions such as the reduction of the use of paper and the elimination of disposable plastic, as well as education and awareness of the care of the planet, was explored. There was also a space to think and design tools to respond to the main needs of today's young people, life projects and priorities, faith and religious experience, main interests and concerns. Another moment was intended for the sharing of pastoral material on sexual and emotional education, together with the related maps for prevention and accompanying criteria. After a period of closure due to the pandemic, the Salesian Oratory of Suva reopened its doors to young people in September. Since the government lifted some restrictions, the Salesians have thus been able to visit young people and their families in the villages, creating a bond and a relationship of trust, and have invited them to the oratory. Thus, recently, every Saturday afternoon, about 100 people gathered to participate in the activities of the Salesian Oratory. The campus of the Don Bosco Institute in Verona, belonging to the Salesian province of Northeast Italy INE, welcomes the community with concrete help to families and people in difficulty, especially in this delicate and difficult emergency due to COVID-19. The main activity includes the distribution of food to over 100 families in difficulty. Raw materials are donated by companies, businesses, the food bank, and the Rana Pastificio, a pasta company. Everything is distributed thanks to the Mani Giovanni Association, founded about 15 years ago by a group of past pupils from the Don Bosco Institute in Verona to give continuity to the spontaneous action of the Salesian Father Marcelo Rizzo, who had started this good practice as a concrete help to the situation of poverty and to involve children in a social volunteer project. Together with the many volunteers and the Salesian Institute, the association provides for the packaging of packages and their delivery. On 6 and 7 November, the 6th Forum of Spain's Salesian Youth Movement SYM was held online on the theme He Lives and Wants You Alive. It brought together 44 young people from the country's Salesian and Daughters of Mary Help of Christians. The event began with the presentation of the participants and a prayer vigil. The following day, the coordinator of SYM Spain, Julio Pedraza, presented the platform, and Father Jose Miguel Nunes, National Delegate for Youth Ministry, presented the general lines of Christus Vivid. Subsequently, a first session of group work took place in which they reflected on the future lines of youth ministry that emerge from the post-synodal apostolic exhortation, with insights into the various dimensions from which conclusions, proposals and challenges came forth. After the testimonies full of proposals and life experiences, the forum ended with a prayer that encouraged the participants to commit themselves to creating a better society. 53 grade, 12 and 136 trainee students have graduated from the Don Bosco Technical Secondary School DBTSS Vanu Basco at its 27th graduation ceremony held on Sunday, 1st November. Bosconian, Holy and Upright was the theme of the special occasion, which was held in Multi-Purpose Hall of Don Bosco, Rapolo. The event was honoured with the presence Mr. Albert Buanga, a delegate from the office of the member for Kokopo, Dame Sandra Lau, ENB Acting Education Advisor and Planner, Mr. Alkant Mararang, the ENB Secondary School Principal's Representative, Mr. Christopher Kavanamur, the Parents, Citizens and Teachers Association PCTA Chairperson, Mr. Jeffrey Singer, Local Ward Councillors for Bitakalip, Palnakor and Ramale, and the Salesian Sisters, Salesian Cooperators and Friends of Don Bosco. The program began with the Holy Eucharist, which was presided over by Father Albert Lennon, SDB, and Father Moise Paluku, SDB Rector. In his homily, Father Albert asked the candidates and their parents to be grateful to the Lord. He reminded the graduates to look to the future with courage and hope. He also invited them to dream big, to believe in themselves in order for them to achieve what they have been striving for. Following this was the official graduation ceremony, where speeches were made by the guests. A book, Your God's Wonder, 52 Reflections and Prayer, Practices for Life in the Spirit by M. Anthuvant Tharsis, SDB, was released on 16 November 2020 at Gauti by Reverend Father Januaris S. Sangma, Salesian Provincial of ING, Province of Mary Help of Christians. Father M. Anthuvan Tharsis SDB, presently Provincial Secretary and Rector of Don Bosco Provincial House, is also reader of the Salesian Pontifical University, Rome, Italy, and teaching at Divya Dan, Salesian Institute of Philosophy, Nashik, India, as a visiting faculty. He also occupies the chair of Modern and Contemporary Western Philosophy at the same institute. He completed his PhD from the Salesian Pontifical University, Rome in 2014. So viewers, we have come to the end of today's edition. Till we meet again, thank you for being with us.